I'm cuckoo for Tapu Koko Puffs, and Zeraora is one of my favorite legendaries of all time. If you like aggressive decks that can threaten a lot of damage early, this deck delivers and might just be for you. What's crackin' trainers? Electric decks are in the best place they've ever been since Pikachu EX in the very first set Genetic Apex. Tapu Koko EX and Zeraora bring an impressive level of aggression with their abilities to generate their own energy. Now while this deck is weak to fighting decks like Silvally Rampardos, the speed at which this deck can set up can sometimes offset those bad matchups and give you a fighting chance. Zeraora is one of the new electric cards in Extradimensional Crisis that helps make this deck tick. Its ability gives a free energy to it from your energy zone at the end of your very first turn, which applies whether you go first or second. Its attack requires 2 energy, so if you open with it, you're able to start swinging for 50 damage with Lightning Claw as early as your second turn. Tapu Koko EX is the powerhouse EX card in this deck. 130 HP keeps it just out of range of things like Silvally, Solgaleo, and Buzzwole, and its attack Plasma Hurricane hits for only 20 damage, but it accelerates its energy to Tapu Koko to make up for it, so you can start hitting with Mach Bolt for 90 damage as early as your next turn with 3 energy attached. Now when it comes to these two, going first or second is a little bit less of a disadvantage because of how quickly they can generate their energy. If you go first and have the option, I'd prefer to have Zeraora up front to be able to hit for 50 right away on your second turn. If you end up going second, I like to put Tapu Koko EX up front so it can start to ramp itself up with Plasma Hurricane immediately and threaten a Mach Bolt on your second turn, which is very hard for most decks to deal with that kind of damage early in the game. I also have a 1 of Oricorio in this deck for flexibility against other EX decks. I feel like 2 copies just bricks you against decks like Silvally Rampardos that don't run EX cards, and 1 has felt like just a really sweet spot for me for the most part. The item lineup in this deck is full of cards to help this deck overcome some of its disadvantages. A low X speed in this deck helps to correct your opener if you have Zeraora or Tapu Koko EX in the wrong spot. If we end up drawing it later in the game, it'll also help us save energy when we need to retreat, just in case keeping that energy on the bench is good for getting an attack lined up for a following turn. The red card's in here for hand disruption to try and delay the flow of decks that rely on rare candy or evolving. It's never a guarantee. Mine almost always give the opponents exactly the cards they need anyway. Rare candy Rampardos, here you go. You need a specific trainer card? It's all yours. First turn, have a research at Pokeball, but there is also just as good of a chance that it could really screw with your opponent's plans if timed correctly. One of the things about red card for me is that it's always a flex spot kind of card, which means it's not integral to the strategy of this deck. It just is one of those cards that can help you open up win conditions and get back in the game in certain situations. A card that you could switch out for this if you'd like something more consistent that has a designated effect made for this deck is Electrical Cord. Electrical Cord gives the ability to pass energy down to your bench if your lead Pokemon gets knocked out. It's one of those things that, again, can be useful in some situations. It can help open up win conditions. It's just a preference card, so you can use whichever you like here. Now, I'm really starting to like Repel. It's a card that I don't use a lot of, but using it in this deck, it's really starting to grow on me with its utility. It works just like Sabrina, but because this is an item card and not a supporter, the trade-off here is that the opponent's active has to be a basic for it to work. I most often use it to bring forward the fossils with the Silvally Rampardos matchup, but it also has other uses and is great for trying to get around Oricorios. One Giant's Cape is great here to help keep Zeraora out of Silvally range and gets Tapu Koko out of Giratina or Solgaleo Buzzwole plus red range. It's a good 1 of here, and it's one of those cards that I try to always wait until I need it instead of just throwing it on something. Opponents can plan around it easier if it's been there for a while, or Guzma you. But if you keep it in your hand until the last moment when you actually are going to get a difference-making play out of it, it can really come in clutch. There's 2 Rocky Helmets in this deck to help make up for the deck's overall low damage ceiling. We're doing maximum 90 damage per turn without weaknesses involved here with Tapu Koko. And throwing Rocky Helmets on things early can offer that small chip damage to make a difference, or sometimes even make your opponent not want to attack at all. We're going to be running a staple 2 Pokeball, 2 Professor's Research in this deck. And as far as our main supporters go, we're going to be running a copy of Giovanni because Giovanni can help pump Zeraora's 50 damage move up to 60, which is a sweet spot for a lot of common basics like Charmander, Cosmog, and Morlo, and allows us to instantly one-shot those cards if we have Giovanni and Zeraora online. 2 Pokemon Center Ladies is clutch in this deck, and I like having them because it helps to heal and keep things going longer, and also can help get around those conditions like poison. And oftentimes that healing allows you to get another Mach Bolt off with Tapu Koko, for example. I also really like Guzma and Cyrus in this deck. Guzma is one of my favorite supporter cards to use because of its utility to drop tools off of the opponent's board, and Cyrus is one of those cards that's just a literal win condition on its own. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. Although I'm a smaller channel, I do aim to bring deck features and breakdowns for the decks that I've been climbing with or enjoying a lot, and every like, subscribe, and comment means a lot to me as I pursue this path or adventure or journey, as you will. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Please enjoy today's games. Alrighty. Electric. Going first. Not a bad place to be if we can get the Zeraora, which we do. Oh. And one of the dirtiest things that I've been able to do against these decks is when they put down that skull fossil, I get to retreat. I get to retreat it with the repel. And Zeraora just gets to just make it sad. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a bad time. But we can put an Oricorio down here. If the opponent doesn't put down another basic next turn, we can also one-shot the Gibble. God, this Zeraora art is so pretty, dude. They have the skull fossil. And they cape the Gibble. Good call. That's fine. That's fine. Repel. This is such a dirty thing to do, man. I'll also heal just in case they evolve that Gibble next turn. After this, what I want to be able to do is start loading up either Oricorio or Tapu Koko, because Oricorio can just not take damage and start to wear down a Garchomp potentially. And getting rid of that Skull Fossil early means that it's a lot easier to limit their ability to do certain things, like come out with just a Rampardos and just KO everything on my board. They didn't get the cards they were hoping for. That's unfortunate, man. We're gonna hold on to this red card, and I'm gonna start charging up. I think Tapu Koko is probably the right call here. And we'll cape Zeraora to allow it to live one more hit. This deck is just like so fast and aggressive that the opponent needs to have their setup ready, and if they don't, then they have a bad time. Now, Rare Candy plus Garchomp is completely possible here, and I will be very sad. Oh no. Oh, they concede. Oh, thank goodness. Knocking out that Skull Fossil was the right call. Alrighty. Let's see what we run into this time. Going first, if we get that Zeraora. Oh, it's Tapu Koko. Not as good. We might be able to top deck it. That would be a very, very nice thing. Opponent is on an electric deck as well. And they have the Zeraora, and I don't. I hope I can draw it. Man. That's a shame. Because I need a way to be able to deal with the Oricorio. I have Repel, but like that only gets me so far. I would rather use it to try and dance around and get points later than just eliminate this Oricorio. And they're loading it up. They know it. They know that I'm not having a good time right now because of this. So we do, of course we get it now. Yes, of course we do. All right, let's see what we get here. So they could retreat, and if they do, I'm just kind of having a bad time. I could, however, use this opportunity to get a point off of them next turn by KOing something with Mach Bolt. And that'll buy me an extra turn to be able to set up my Zeraora, maybe. Because I'm just going to get chunked for 50s here, and I can heal a little bit. I can heal away one hit with a Pokemon Center Lady and a Giant Cape. Yeah, they're going to start swinging. They're just going to start swinging. Okay, we do get the red card. Is the red card helpful to us? Yeah, I think. Because it's just... It's giving them one less card to work with. Okay. So what's the play here? We just get the KO. And then try to repel against them next turn while we load up Zeraora. I think is the correct way to go here. I'm also not using any of my other trainers this turn. We're just going to leave it here because it's sitting nicely out of range. And we'll just go for the Mach Bolt. I can repel away the Oricorio and try to set up my Zeraora afterwards to try and take it out. Especially if they don't evolve Silvally this turn into Silvally this turn. If they do, then that whole plan just kind of goes kaput. I need them to not evolve Silvally right now. That sucks. If they don't evolve, I am in a really good spot right now until they draw the next Oricorio. No, it's not. Okay. Oh. Never mind, they had it. Of course they did. Damn thing. Oh, they red carded me. Well, the repel I had in hand is useless now anyway, so... Oricorio's not doing me very much though in this matchup, so... I can, however, put a Rocky Helmet. Let's just research and see what we get first. Okay. Hold on a minute here. Silvally can't hit us next turn. And since we run Cyrus, I think this is a no-brainer to get the damage on the Silvally at least. And then not playing the Oricorio right now to make sure that they are going to have to take 20 damage one way or the other. You don't have a way to... Oh, they're just retreating back. Okay, that's what I thought they were going to do. That's fine. Now Zeraora comes in and KOs it. Now we get rid of the Oricorio because they did that. Yep, they know it's over. Good game. That felt fantastic. Okay, round 3. Let's try and see what we get to do here. I would love to stop drawing the wrong electric card every time I go first or second, man. I need that to line up a little bit. I'm whiny. I know, I'm whining about it, but it's just so annoying. I want to be able to do that immediate hit with... That is not at all what I was hoping for, man. Alright. Well, at least next turn, we get to just Rocky Helmet this guy. Yeah. Pokeball Research, I couldn't relate. Only had one of those. Okay, Pheromosa. They're gonna just go for chip damage at this point, I guess. I'm gonna be starting to cause some pain though next turn after this one, so. Okay. Oh, nice to see you, buddy. Welcome to the party. I'm gonna wait to put it down for now. This will do 30. This will make it so they don't want to attack with it. They'll need a Leaf Cape or an Erica, and that making them use that resource is nice. I'm taking it away from them next turn anyway. Perhaps I should have saved it for the Celesteela, but... Okay, they don't have it. Never mind, they have the Leaf Cape. Of course they do. I mean, I'm still going to be able to Mock Bolt now, but that's just kind of... Oh, they're investing in the Celesteela now. Alright, we have Pokemon Center Lady to put ourselves back over 100. Keeping us out of range of the stinky Celesteela. When they inevitably Lucamine me next turn. Also nice that... okay. Red card, is it worth giving to them right now? Part of me was thinking of, do I really want to attach here, but I feel like I kind of have to. I'd like to be able to generate my own energy, but I need to Mock Bolt to get rid of the Pheromosa here. I don't want to let them do any more damage to me. I should have red carded though, to be honest. But they haven't been drawing any of their other basics, so... Perhaps I can just go one more turn and not run into this issue where they're going to have a Buzzwole. Ah, awesome. That's unfortunate. Okay. Oh, and they have Beastite, which they're getting no use out of because they haven't gotten any points yet. Alright. I'm definitely red carding. I'm not going to wait any longer. I just want to limit their options next turn. Okay, we got our other Pokemon Center Lady. We have a Zeraora. I'm going to put one of them down here. Just kind of a toss-up which one you want to do, right? They need red. That's the only way that they can potentially get a KO on me this turn. Or they can Pokeball. Draw the Buzzwole. Yeah. They're both Buzzwoles. And a Pheromosa. Okay. Did they go for the 100 damage? No. They do not. So arguably I may have given them a better hand, I don't know. But you have to put something else in the front now. Something else has to come up in the front. They're just gonna give up the Celesteela? Hey, I don't know about that. Oh, but I'm at 120. I need a Pokemon Center Lady this back up to 130, dude. I don't want to, but I need to. Because I cannot risk getting one shot by a big beat. I know it's only for 10 damage, but I can't make that. I can't take that risk. I need to get rid of the Celesteela though for sure. We will do the Plasma Hurricane just to generate an extra energy for when I might retreat. So without Giovanni or Red, they can't one-shot me with their Buzzwole, and if they lose me next turn, they can't use that anyway. Yep. They Lucamine? Oh, they Mars. Okay. Repel would have been helpful, but I don't think I would have gotten any use out of it while the Buzzwole is in the back. But them Marsing me is fine here. So that's a punch. We do get the Repel. We can also start powering up an Oricorio, which is going to be nutty. Right, we'll just go ahead and Mock Bolt here. They might Erica. Because 50 is a break point that I'm on the field hitting right now, so they basically have to Erica. And they do. But then I can bring in my Tapu Koko. Or bring in my Oricorio. And threaten to two-shot them. They're going to be forced to retreat it. And if I can get my Cyrus out of my deck here, which I still have in there, I can guarantee victory. Oh, there's the Cyrus right now. Yeah, they're not doing anything with this Pheromosa. They need another Erica or another Leaf Cape, and they've played one of each already, I believe. A Celesteela. So we just Cyrus the Buzzwole back out. That's it. Celesteela is a nice top deck for them, but because we have Cyrus, it doesn't matter. Okay. Why would they do that? I would have stayed in with the Pheromosa. At least that would have allowed me to live another turn if I were them. I think they may have realized what they've just done. The play was correct up until they read the Oricorio and sees, oh, I can't attack this thing. Now, unless they themselves have Cyrus or Sabrina, which they might. Man! Gosh, that sucks. You know what? What are you gonna do? That was actually... No, I shouldn't be upset. That was actually a good game. That one can go in the video. We get Zeraora, but we're going second. Tapu Koko would have been much preferred here. But at least we get to get the bird out of the way early, potentially. Might be a mirror match. Okay. And they're running the Silvally. I see. Okay. This is certainly awkward. Did I get my other Zeraora? No, but I do get that. It's kind of nice. Can red card here because I know they drew a Silvally and I don't want them to have that. Also less cards for them. So despite our best efforts, Oricorio is what we end up with. And I only have one of these, which is like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? We're gonna go ahead and cape this guy so I can live a couple of moves. Okay. Well, they're not going to be able to Oricorio me, and they have to attach energy to something, so I'm going to get a hit in on something here. I don't think that they're not going to be able to attack me because they need to attach to Oricorio to retreat or attach to Zeraora to get the 2 energy. Ah, but they poison Barb. That is incredibly cute. Okay. Oh, never mind. They're just going Dawn. That's a card that I honestly should probably. All right. That makes things a little bit more difficult now, doesn't it? Right, okay. So here's my problem, right? I guess I live this, but then the poison just knocks me out anyway. I have to Pokemon Center Lady now in order to be able to survive this attack, which is really interestingly funny. Like, in order to live the Poison Barb damage, I have to be able to attack. Unless they have Giovanni, then I'm just gonna get sad. Alright, let's see. Let's see. They'll have the other Oricorio. They'll be the ones running 2. They'll be the person running 2. I only run 1 because I don't feel like I need to. Wow, Pokeball and Research off that red card. That's pretty sick. Okay. They'll stay here. No, they're gonna go... Okay. Then perhaps I do something quite similar here. X-speed my Koko in to get it some energy. Put the Rocky helmet on this guy. And then I can put the other Oricorio's helmet on. We're cooking. Because they can't bring that Oricorio in without healing it now. And they can start swinging with Zeraora, but we're going to get rid of it. No, or they just Guzma me. That's also completely fine. That's tough, man. Did they come in and swing with the Oricorio? Putting down on the Zeraora. Do they go? They swing for the damage then. Okay. This is fine. Top deck Research with an empty hand is pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie. That's really nice. Alright, so we have options. Yeah, we kind of have to attach to Koko here. Go for the Mach Bolt, take the point. I have 2 very willing and ready participants in the back to be able to knock out this Tapu Koko, or this Oricorio. Right, they'll probably come in with Oricorio at this point. Swing for the 50 damage. Problem I have is my Zeraora is sitting at 50, and I don't know if I want to give them that or if I want to give them my Tapu. If they have another Dawn in hand, I might have a bad time here. Okay, I have Gladion, which is totally fine. That's irrelevant to me at the moment. Okay, Zeraora is going to get fully one-shot here, so they're just using it to take a point, looks like. Oh, they concede. All right, I was planning on Pokemon Center ladying, attacking with Zeraora, and then I'm at 110, so then they would have had to basically, like, get Giovanni on me in order to take that point. It's a good game to them. Alrighty. Opponent. Number 4. Going second against a fighting deck, we get the Tapu Koko. I would like to save this red card for when they inevitably drop a skull fossil down on my face. Getting to go first here is ideal. If I can pull Zeraora with the Pokeball, that's also going to be really nice. Ah. Research, drop a fossil. I'm okay with red carding here. I'm very okay with red carding here. Here you have, opponent. Have a red card. I gave them Research and Pokeball, I'm sure. Rare Candy. Oh, it's all in there now. It's all in there. We get Zeraora. Very nice top, not top deck. Very nice draw with our Pokeball. Next turn I can start swinging for 90. Which removes Silvally from the board, regardless of whether he evolves it now or not. Okay, he goes for the damage. Fine with me. Takes 40 damage. Kind of feel like I need to set something else up here. Pokeball? Hello? I get another Tapu Koko EX, which is something we can start kind of building up in the meantime. I assume that since they did not heal, Not heal. Since they didn't put any energy on that Skull Fossil, they may not have the Rampardos, and in which case this deck did exactly what it needed to do. Now if he drops Rampardos on me this turn, I'm completely hosed. Okay, top decks the Pokeball. I'm assuming he would have used it last turn if they had it. So we do get type null down. Did they discard the fossil, or do they allow me to take the point? Okay, we're going to Pokemon Center Lady to keep ourselves out of range of the blasted Silvally. Which is really what's going to really make... I mean, that really just makes all the difference right now. Skull Fossil gets taken out. They have no ability to Rampardos next turn. And that red card was probably game-winning. Silvally Rampardos who? Ah. Oh no. Whatever shall I do? They all have a 1 retreat cost. They have Silvally though. That's why they're doing it. They want the damage. The Sabrina itself makes no difference. Actually, it kind of does. It kind of does. This is where the Rocky Helmet would be nice. Alright. Let's hit them for damage that they can't come back from, though. We'll use the X speed here, because this is the best time we're going to use it. If they Cyrus or something here after taking this damage, then that's fine with me. I'm going to Mock Bolt them anyway. So the best that they can do is Pokemon Center Lady, that Zeraora can take them out next turn. Kate plus Pokemon Center Lady would be annoying, but I highly doubt that they're going to have red in hand right now. They can see they don't have red. Good game, trainer. Oh, man. I'm a beginner, so go easy on me. Not a chance. I'll treat you like everybody else, respectfully. An electric deck. We're going first, and we get Tapu Koko. Ah. I would have liked to have been able to attack turn 2. Oh, is somebody playing a similar deck? And they get to be ahead of me the whole time, dude. Oh, no. Alright, well, does a Rocky Helmet at any point make any sense? And I get my other Tapu Koko. That does not. That doesn't do it for me, man. But if they try to attack me, at least I can do the 20 damage back to them so that my Mock Bolt becomes usable before theirs does. Well, not usable, but like they'll be at that 90 damage threshold before I will if I use this Rocky Helmet and they attack me. Like I'm watching Frozen 2 and they're just singing all the songs, man. It's adorable. Okay, they got their other Same energy, man. Same energy. Alright. Hey! Guys, be nice. Oh, he's gonna Rocky Helmet me too. Okay, well I have Guzma for you, my friend. I have a Guzma for you. They're just playing Tapu Koko 18 trainer? Oh no, they Guzma me. Oh dude, that just ruins the whole plan. That just ruins the whole plan. Oh jeez. Well, I can Guzma them back, but I was not counting on them Guzmaing me first. Alrighty. If I get Oricorio, don't I just win? I mean, Oricorio just allows me to win, does it not? Okay, so if I repel, I can get my energy, I can cape. The existence of Oricorio baffles this trainer. Oh man, I'm sorry. That's a way to get a good streak for the day though. Let's go.